Trump nominates Kevin Warsh to lead Federal Reserve, signaling shift in monetary policy. Washington, D.C. In a move that marks a definitive turning point for the American economy, President Donald Trump officially nominated former Federal Reserve Governor Kevin Warsh to succeed Jerome Powell as the chair of the Federal Reserve. The announcement, made early Friday morning via social media, concludes months of intense speculation and signals a significant shift in the relationship between the White House and the nation's central bank. Central casting, the president's pick. President Trump praised the 55-year-old Warsh as a figure out of central casting, a favorite term the president uses for advisors who look and act the part of high-level leadership. "I have known Kevin for a long period of time and have no doubt that he'll go down as one of the great Fed chairmen, maybe the best," Trump wrote. "He will never let you down." Warsh, who served on the Fed's Board of Governors from 2006 to 2011, emerged as the frontrunner from a shortlist that included White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett, current Fed Governor Christopher Waller, and BlackRock executive Rick Rieder. A career defined by crisis and critique. If confirmed by the Senate, Warsh will bring a blend of Wall Street experience and academic rigor to the role. Early success. At age 35, Warsh was the youngest person ever appointed to the Fed Board of Governors, appointed by George W. Bush. Crisis management. He served as a crucial liaison to Wall Street during the 2008 financial crisis. The academic turn. Most recently, he has served as a fellow at the Hoover Institution and a lecturer at Stanford University. In recent months, Warsh has been a vocal critic of the current Fed leadership, calling for a regime change in monetary policy and citing a credibility deficit in how the central bank handles inflation and interest rates. The looming battle with Jerome Powell. The nomination comes at a moment of unprecedented tension. Jerome Powell's term as chair expires in May 2026, but the transition is far from standard. The Trump administration has spent much of the past year launching a fusillade of criticism against Powell, primarily over his refusal to cut interest rates as quickly as the president desired. This friction has escalated into a legal quagmire. The Department of Justice is currently conducting a criminal investigation into Powell regarding his June 2025 testimony before the Senate Banking Committee concerning the costs of a Federal Reserve building renovation. While Powell has the option to stay on as a regular governor until 2028, many analysts believe the incoming Warsh-led era will seek to dismantle the data-dependent approach that defined the Powell years in favor of a more growth-oriented, proactive strategy. Market reaction. A sharp correction for metals. Wall Street's reaction was immediate and vocal. While the S&P 500 and broader stock markets stabilized after an initial overnight dip, the commodities sector took a significant hit. Gold plummeted nearly 5%, trading near $5,132 an ounce. Silver suffered a massive 13% tumble. U.S. dollar regained ground against international currencies as traders bet on a more market-friendly but potentially lower-rate environment under Warsh. The road to confirmation. The nomination now heads to a deeply divided Senate. Senator Tim Scott, Republican South Carolina, chair of the Banking Committee, expressed confidence that Warsh would restore credibility to monetary policy. However, Democrats have already signaled a fight. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat, Massachusetts, criticized the pick, suggesting Warsh pass the loyalty test and would prioritize Wall Street over the working class. The confirmation process is expected to be grueling, particularly as the Supreme Court simultaneously reviews the president's authority to unseat other Fed governors.